home and takes care of him very well. After that, Yumi comes to Jinwook and Jinwook asks her that whose son is he. Then she lies to him and says that her mom is very fond of him. She takes care of him, and now all three of us live together. The scene shifts and we see Jinwook with his father. He shows him his and Yumi's photo taken 3 years ago and asks if the child is his. But Jinwook is very surprised and asks if the child is Yumi's. After thinking a lot, Jinwook is convinced that the child is not someone else's but Yumi's. After that, Jinwook messages Yumi and asks her to meet him. When Yumi goes to meet him, then Hairi also sees them and starts following them. Here, Jong also sees Hairi and he also starts following. Jinwook says to Yumi that whatever happened to her in the last 3 years, he wants to know everything. Basically, Jinwook wants to know whether that child is his son or not. After a lot of conversations, Jinwook is convinced that he is their son. Hairi also hears all their talks and she also comes to know about their one-night stand and she starts to go to them. Just then Jong comes and stops her. He tells Hairi that he is ready to come on her show, but in return you have to promise him that you will not come in between their relationship and neither will you try to separate them from each other. Then the scene shifts and we see Yumi as she is cooking food for Jinwook. When she gets a message from Jinwook and he tells her that he wants to go with her to the gate today and please bring her brother along with her. But she is surprised and thinks that whether he is going on a date with her or her brother. In the next scene, Yumi goes with her brother and Jinwook is enjoying more with her brother. Seeing all this, Yumi is very angry with her brother because he is caring more for her brother instead of her. After this, when Jinwook comes to drop her home, he gives her a small gift. She accepts the gift and says that there was no need for this. On which Jinwook says that it is not for her, but for her brother. After that, we see the scene next day. Yumi is going out, just then she sees Hairi on the way. Yumi tries to talk to her, but Hairi talks very rudely to her because of her, Jinwook has become distant from her. Yumi hurts a lot after hearing her talk. The next day, Jinwook's father comes to Yumi's house to see his grandson. Jinwook's father is very happy to see his grandson. He tries to take off one of his hairs to do a DNA test. Just then Yumi's mom comes there and she gets very angry at Jinwook's father and a fight starts between them over this. Seeing them fighting, Yumi comes there and Jinwook also comes there looking for his father and asks him what he is doing here. He asks him to leave from here with him, but Jinwook's father refuses and says that he will go from here only with his grandson. Hearing this, Yumi's mom is very surprised and Yumi says, "What is all this?" Then Jinwook tells her that he knows that this child is of both of them. Then Yumi's mom stops Jinwook and says, "What are you saying? This is not your son, but my son." On hearing this, Jinwook's father and Jinwook are completely surprised. They are not able to understand anything and Jinwook holds Yumi's hand and brings her outside with him and asks her, "Is he really not our son?" Then Yumi says that no, he is not her son, but her brother. Then she asks him that till now all the time they both have spent together is only because he thought that her brother is their son. But Jinwook tries to make her understand that there is nothing like that, but she does not listen to even one of them and leaves from there. The scene shifts and we see Jinwook with his father, where Jinwook's father is very angry at Jinwook and says, "You left Hairi to date an ordinary girl," and also says, "I am going to do something with Yumi, after which you will never be able to see her again." But Jinwook tells him not to think of doing anything wrong with Yumi because now he is not a small child and he will not let him do anything with Yumi that he did with his mom. After this, when Jinwook is in his office, another dietitian brings food for him. Jinwook tells himself that Yumi is so angry with him that she doesn't even want to see his face. On the other hand, we see Hairi, who is very angry during a show because she is missing Jinwook a lot, and then she says that Jinwook is the one who broke her heart, and this news is spread all over the world. Then everyone blames Yumi and says that Jinwook left Hairi for a dietitian. After this, we see Yumi, who is very upset because of all this because everyone knows about her and Jinwook's relationship. Just then Jong comes there, and to improve her mood, they go to play a game. The scene shifts and we see Hairi, who is interviewing Jong. After the interview is over, she repeatedly looks at Jong. In the next scene, we see Yumi and Jinwook, where Yumi says to Jinwook Thank you for whatever you have done for me till now, because I have decided that I will leave this place and go away from here, and it is better for both of us that I leave from here. Hearing this, Jinwook hugs Yumi and repeatedly asks her to stay, saying to her, I know that everything is very hard for you, but I don't want you to leave me. But she says sorry to him and leaves from there. Because of all this, Yumi and Jinwook cry a lot. On the other hand, we see Yumi with her colleagues, where all her colleagues are very sad because of her leave. Then a girl says, why don't we all have a party together today? And after this, they enjoy a lot in the party tonight. In the next scene, we see Jinwook because he is missing Yumi a lot. Then the assistant tells him that Yumi has left her job and leaves from there, but he should not say anything to him and asks him to leave from there. The scene shifts and we see Yumi. She is working as a dietitian in the university. After getting free from work, Jong comes to take Yumi. After this, both of them talk a lot together, where he tells her, I like you, and I myself don't know when all this started, but by the time I realized it, it was too late. Hearing this, she hugs Jong and says sorry. Seeing both of them together, Jinwook also gets very jealous and leaves from there without saying anything to Yumi. In the next scene, we see Yumi's mom in a show where she tells everyone that her daughter was dating Jinwook, but now both of them have broken up. On the other hand, we see Hairi, who has brought food for Jinwook, and tells him, I am noticing that you do not take care of your health at all. And here we are shown a flashback scene where we see Hairi, who fell in love with him at first sight. Here, Jinwook refuses, but then on her insistence, he eats the food brought by her. She asks, the food cooked by me is tasty? Jinwook says, no, you still need to improve. After this, the next morning when Yumi is having food with her friends, then her mom's show starts on TV, and then everyone comes to know that her mother is an erotic actress, and Jinwook left Hairi for Yumi. Yumi, after watching this news, gets very upset. Now, everyone in this university has started to bully her because of this. On the other side, Jinwook also sees all this, and his assistant, seeing him upset, says, you should go to Yumi and take her back, and says, I am telling all this to you as a friend. Please go and bring Yumi back, because we should do what we want to do in our life from our heart. On hearing this, Jinwook quickly goes out to find Yumi. When he reaches the university, he finds out that Yumi has left the university. On the other hand, Yumi is being pampered by her mother because of the show, because since childhood till today, Yumi has faced a lot of problems because of her mother. On hearing all this, Yumi's mother also gets very hurt. Jinwook is standing outside and listens to their conversation, and when she comes out, Jinwook tries to talk to her, but she ignores him and leaves from there. Jinwook goes there looking for Yumi. On seeing Jinwook, Jong starts fighting with him. Jinwook asks him where Yumi is, but at first Jong refuses to tell him anything, but then on Jinwook's insistence, he tells him that Yumi has gone to the same place where they both met for the first time. On the other side, we see Yumi's mom. She is crying a lot because of all this. The scene shifts and we see Yumi. She's going to the seaside. Then a lady accidentally throws water on her. Just then, Jinwook's mom comes there and asks her to come home with her. After this, when both of them are having food together, Yumi remembers that Jinwook always wanted to eat food cooked by his mother. Then we see Jinwook, who is still searching for Yumi, but then Yumi passes by him on a bicycle, but they both are not able to see each other. And then when Yumi is on the sea spot, she finds a coin there. She starts picking it up. Just then Jinwook comes there and angrily says, do you even know that since when I am looking for you? Then they both hug each other. After this, both enjoy the night together there, and she, thanking him, says, I am very happy today because I have dated such a handsome and rich CEO in my life. All this is like a dream for me. But Jinwook says, if this is the case, then promise me that from now onwards you will never leave me. After this, both kiss each other. After that, when they're sleeping together for a while, Yumi opens her eyes and looking at Jinwook, she remembers the time spent together. She kisses him and she walks away crying. We see Jinwook, who is also crying because he has heard everything. He knows that she is leaving him just like before, but he doesn't stop her because he does not want to force her on his head. The next morning, when Jinwook opens his eyes, he says to himself, Yumi, earlier I did not know anything about you, but still I waited for you for 3 years. But now I know everything about you, so I will wait for you, whether that wait is of 3 years or 30 years. So, Whenever you are ready to accept this relationship, please come back to me. On the other hand, Yumi reaches her house, and seeing her, Jong asks her, "Where's your boyfriend?" But she just says that they both have broken up. Yumi's mom listens to all their talks, and she also becomes very upset. After that, Jinwook goes to his mother's restaurant to meet her, and both of them become very emotional after seeing each other. After this, Jinwook eats the food made by his mother with great pleasure. On the other hand, we see Yumi, who has a very high fever, and her mother is taking great care of her. On the other hand, we see Jinwook's mother, who is asking her son to bring Yumi back, and then Jinwook hugs his mother and says, "I promise you that I will definitely bring Yumi back." The scene shifts, and we see Yumi's mom, who is very well prepared and goes for an interview. While giving the interview, her mom says, "An actress is an actress, and I don't know why you put erotic before my name. Is it true that an actress should not date anyone and should not have a relationship with anyone?" Yumi is also seeing her mother's interview. Her mother says, "We should do in our life what we want to do from our heart." And she says to Yumi, "You have not done anything wrong, so you do not need to be upset for anything." She says, "If you like Jinwook right now, then you should go to him and say in front of everyone that I love you, Yumi." Seeing all this, Yumi becomes very emotional, and she messages Jinwook to meet her. When Jinwook receives her message, he becomes very happy. Just then his father calls him, and Jinwook says to him, "Dad, if I leave your business, once then I can start another one too, but I cannot leave her, because once she leaves my life, I will never get her back." Hearing all this, his father is very shocked. After this, we see Jinwook and Yumi. They're going to meet each other, and finally, they both see each other. Yumi quickly goes and hugs Jinwook, and then both kiss each other in front of everyone. On the other hand, we see Hairi, who is very upset because of all this. She messages Jong and asks him to have a drink with her. Jong is also very happy to see Hairi's message. Then we see that Yumi's brother's father also comes there, and he accepts his son. After this, when Hairi and Jong are sitting together, Hairi asks him to date her, but when Jong says no to anything further, then Hairi says that it is not necessary. If you do not want to date, then it is okay. But Jong asks her to go with him to South America and says, "Today is the first day of our date." Hairi is very happy to hear this from him. After this, we see a wedding scene, but this wedding is not of Jinwook and Yumi, but of Yumi's mom and her husband, because Yumi's mom is getting married once again to her husband. Then some old memories of Yumi's mother and her husband are displayed on the screen. Yumi tells herself that she is sure that her mom will not show her erotic pictures in front of her small child. But Yumi's mom goes to display her erotic pictures. Seeing these pictures, everyone is very stunned. At the same time, Jinwook closes Yumi's brother's eyes and says, "You should not see all this." After the wedding is over, when everyone is getting a photo shoot done together, we see Yumi and Jinwook on the side where they're spending time with each other. Jinwook tells Yumi that from today onwards they will both stay together, and he will eat the same food that she will make for him. And this is where our drama has a happy ending. How would you like this drama, and which was your favorite character? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for watching more dramas like this.